Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. His fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown.
It's
Here
a
comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, by the way, Dingbat here. Welcome to the Philly Shakedown podcast, the Chicago Bears preview edition before Thanksgiving. Joey, what's happening, my man?
I'm good, man. Just chilling, get ready for Thanksgiving, with some holiday cheer, because I think we all kind of need it a little bit.
That shit's ruined.
We need a little bit.
It's ruined.
I'm not going to let it ruin it, but,
My whole week is ruined. Yeah, I know. I hear you. Big Mix, what's going on? Dennis, what's happening? Marcus, MJ266. Logan Motorsports, what's happening? Nikki, CZ, Chris Kaufman, Eagles fan, Exilio, The Flying Man, Daniel Ruiz, Eagles fan 6971. I hate these ats now, man.
it's annoying.
Daniel Barry, some of the people, Drummer Jones, thank you guys for being here. Anybody I missed, I apologize. We got royalty. I see the Doll Prisons, the YouTube is here, so we are in good company. Man, I don't even know where to start. I guess we should start with that debacle, because we didn't talk about that game. We didn't talk about, we didn't do a post game. So, what are your thoughts on that game, man?
Oh, it's a good half of football. I mean, obviously not getting the run game going the entire game, but I thought they spread the ball out nicely the first half. I like, Cowboys were aggressive in the beginning of the game. The defense was really showing up. You're up 21-0. Cowboys scored at the end of the first half, right before the half ended, and we, our whole thing is, do they make the adjustments at the half? And for 41 minutes, they had no answer for that amount of time. And it's just,
you go up 21-0, and then it was like, you could tell when the play calling shifted. Like, you could tell, like, all of a sudden it was like run, and it was like little quick dump off easy passes, and they weren't going to push anything anymore. It's like, we've seen this so many times with this team where they take their foot off. When it was 21-0, I was saying in my stream, all right, we got them. Just do not take the foot off the gas. Do not take the foot off the gas. All I could think about was that Tampa Bay game. You're up, even that Bronco game. It's like they've done it so many times. A lot of times they get away with it and they still win, but this time they didn't. And I absolutely. I hate the play call. I just do. I hate this offense. Like, I hate watching this offense. It's so annoying. It's not fun. And it is, I like the players we have. I just don't like the play call. I just don't think it's conducive for the guys that we have. It's brutal, man.
It's almost to the point where it's like you barely have a blueprint from what you want this offense to look like. There's no architect that knows how to handle what they could do. This is like Nick's preparing, it's almost like Nick's preparing right now for Kevin Patullo to fall on the sword once again to protect himself by the end of the fucking year. And it's funny because Dickerson comes out with a statement after the game, and he's like, well, the Cowboys are running these odd fronts, and they're running a lot of 5-man fronts, and Dallas is ranked third or fourth in the league in 5-man fronts, and apparently the Eagles never practice against it all fucking week. At all.
And you could tell where they had 5-man fronts and guys were coming unblocked, Like you talk about the offensive line and run game. I mean, it's atrocious. It's atrocious. And it's not just one guy. We've been saying all year. I've been saying Cam Jurgens injured, Landon Dickerson.
Oh, it's
all of them suck. They've
horrible.
all been horrible.
Horrible.
They don't finish their blocks. I don't even think they know who they're blocking sometimes.
And I think
they know their assignments.
And I think Barkley's so frustrated now. Like there was a lot of tape that came out. There was a lot of tape that came out this week where there's times now where Barkley, the hole's open. He's not even hitting the fucking hole now. So now he's flustered now.
Yeah. It's just bad. Justin Douglas says, this one really bothered me. We had a chance to bury the division basically and sweep the shitheads. I know. And it would have been great because, we would have been going into Thursday and it would have been like, all right, Cowboys lose and you win on Friday. Division's over. Now you got to continue this thing. Did you see, let me read this super chat and let me read these posted super chats and then I got something to complain about big time today. All right, Chris Kaufman, thank you for the super chat. We can start to blame Stoutland, our running game coordinator, for some sorry state of the line and concepts. Yeah, I agree. I mean, maybe he should just go back to worrying about the line, not worrying about the run game, because it looks bad. Beast Guard, thank you for the super chat. He goes, upcoming game is huge, a sign of what's to come. Crazy how we thought this defense would be the issue this offseason, but it's the offense struggling now. It is, it is. And thank you guys, both guys, for the super chat. So they got one more here. Philly Fly 1906, thank you for super chat. He goes, that's what AJ said. This offense is a shit show. Yeah, I mean, AJ was trying to warn people. I'm not going to go after AJ at all because I agree with him. Now. I have to complain because on the way home before this show, Kevin Patullo had a press conference. I'm sorry, dude. He sounds like he's a freaking kindergarten teacher. He sounds like a kindergarten teacher or like, a guidance counselor. Well, the offense needs to be done this way. And oftentimes when we line up, we know what the play we're going to run. But it's like, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, everybody. But
what did he say?
It drives me crazy hearing him talk.
What did he say? Like, if it wasn't for a couple penalties in the second half, this game would have been completely different.
What are they watching? What is he watching? He goes, oftentimes when we come up to play, we already have the play design. And then certain times, Jalen will have option based upon the front that's given,
I'm sorry.
It's not funny. He sounds like a guidance counselor to me, dude. This is a safe space. Nick, bend over because I'm going to give it to you. What the hell, dude? He's like the first ASMR coach in history.
Yeah, it's almost like they have, like, when Nick had his press conference the other morning, he was I feel like they have this like peace treaty where they're not supposed to like point the fingers at each other. Like they're supposed to, like, we're trying to figure it out. Like it sounds so desperate and it sounds so fucking sad. Like Nick was brought here like as a head coach because he was some big offensive fucking mind, which barely even lasted.
He's the first ASMR coach in the NFL. Hey guys, it's okay. We will run the ball and we will put some audibles. That's what he sounds like. I want to kill him.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Fabio, thank you for super chat. Jalen needs to keep Nick and KP out of the offense. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, look, I know that they're not going to say certain things in a press conference. I know.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, dude, like some of this stuff is like, it's week 12 now. You're doing this. You make the same mistakes, and I'm going to record a preview for the Chicago Bear game. I do my weekly preview. It doesn't even matter who you're playing. It doesn't matter what the defense is or what they do. You do the same thing every time.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The problem is you.
They preach the same shit every week, and now you're on a short week, which is even more scary. And but Patullo said this today. He's like, we have a short week, not a lot of time. Not a lot of time.
Yeah, but they would be like, we have a short week, not a lot of time.
It's horrible.
Oh, let's do some scratching exercises. Okay, guys? It's showtime. Thank you for the super chat. If you had to divide the blame for the run game out of 100% coaching, O-line, Saquon, what would you say? I would blame the O-line first and foremost. I think they miss a lot of blocks. They don't finish their blocks. So I would go O-line, Saquon, and coaching. Where I think the coaching is really bad is that I think, and thank you for the super chat, I think the coaching tends to be they like to do the same thing over and over on the same downs. So I think that they're very easy to figure out because you know what I mean? Because of the way they line up in certain things.
Yeah. Well, like realistically, the one thing that's got to change is the philosophy has to change, because whether Patullo's fired or not, whether it's in season or at the end of the year, they're just going to hire another guy under Nick Sirianni's game plan. And that's like, Nick has got to be excluded from the game plan. They have to get a guy outside of the team, some new blood in the building like they did last year. And they need to let it be on the coordinator, bring in an offensive guru, bring in somebody that could handle it themselves, because Nick can't make the game plan his main basic tactic all year for what they're doing every week.
Yeah.
So
what people miss, what I think people miss on with a fire Patullo brigade, and I'm not saying he's great. I don't even say I would keep him, but it is Nick's offense. This is what Nick wants to do, and Patullo is confined to that philosophy. That is the same. That's why it's looked the same with different coordinators, except I would say Steichen. Now, Kellen Moore, what he was really much better at than Patullo is Patullo can't adjust in game. Like they come out, they have a plan, it works the first drive or two. Then when the defense adjusts, they don't adjust to the defense. Kellen Moore was much better at that than them. Justin Douglas, gifted 500 membership. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate you. No doubt about it. Whoever gets it, welcome to Dingbat Nation. Dimitri Barnes, thank you for super chat. He goes, would you guys consider Nick Foles as an offensive coordinator? No, I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know what Nick knows to do or what he doesn't know to do. So it's kind of hard for me to say. I can't say. I think this might be you.
Is it?
Is it you or me?
I think it's you.
Is it me?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's not showing up on the thing. Interesting.
Yeah.
Justin Douglas, member for 26 months. Thank you so much, man. He says, "Happy holidays, fellas. Joey, I'll get to you too."
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't
Thank
see
you, man.
anything.
That's
Okay.
very generous.
Appreciate this, Justin.
Yeah, man. When is the effing draft? I'm done. Well, listen. I mean, we're going a little hard because of certain things, And listen, and I know there's always people they'll say, "Well, it's the players' fault. The players are first and foremost." I think the players have majority of the blame, of course, but when you have constantly penalties, like when you're so undisciplined penalty wise every week on the offense. I mean, if you cut your penalties in half, do you know how many drives? Do you know how many more drives would result in points? We literally had a penalty, Joey, every drive.
Yeah,
14. They come out. They run a great play to Goddard. I thought it was one of the best plays they called. They hit Goddard. He goes 20 yards down the sideline. You're at the 38-yard line. Penalty. Well, now you go into a penalty and it's 1st and 20. When the Eagles get in the first and long, that ultra conservative mindset is, we'll just give up the down. We'll give up the ball. We'll just give it up.
Yeah,
they have no aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think it was like 14 penalties. I think it was like 4 or 5 from the offensive line itself. I mean, just think about it: 3 games, 30 penalties in 3 games. It's nuts. I think the Eagles had 100 yards in penalties.
It's crazy. And people go, "Oh, you're complaining about the refs." Yeah, I'm not complaining all the time about the refs making a bad call. I'm complaining that they're making penalties.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like Fred Johnson's another one. Big penalty, took us out. I think it took us out of field goal range, right? Something like that. There was another play where they throw down to Devontae Smith, makes a great catch at the 11-yard line.
Awesome
penalty. It takes us out of field goal range. It's just. I
mean, like, you're taking a fucking sack on 3rd and 2, bro. Like, you're taking
that was a horrible play. I thought Hurts played good, really. For the most part, I thought he played good. That sack was horrible. You can't take that there, But I don't understand why they didn't run the ball there. 3rd and 2, spread them out and run it. And if you get a yard, you go for a tush push on 4th and 1, and you're going to win the game. You get field goal range, you win the game.
Yeah.
Both teams, I mean, even Dallas tried to give the game away. Like, why would you go for it on 4th down?
The pick in the end zone by Reed and red zone defense. The fucking Turpin tripping over himself, fumbling the fucking ball. The Eagles picking that up. I mean, yeah, they literally gave you the game. And then
how about Ferguson's fumble in the last drive? And that ball just rolls right out.
Yeah, I know.
And I said, that ain't our day. That ball rolled so fast. I've never seen a ball roll so straight and fast to the sideline in my life. Beast Guard, thank you for the super chat. Not saying it'll happen, but if the offense looks like this all year and doesn't improve, we're bouncing the first round. Are Nick and KP both gone? I don't think Nick will be gone. I think I think Petula will be, though. I think they're already trying to get rid of him. I think why they leaked that whole thing about him being a top candidate for a coaching job. Who wants to hire him? Did you see that?
He's got no experience. Like, who
wants to hire? I hope the Giants hire him.
At least like the Raiders fucking fired Chip Kelly. I mean, at least like what are you holding on to right now? Is it the record? Is it like I don't even give a fuck about the conference right now. Like the number, like, do you think I want to just sneak our way into the number 1 seed, have a home playoff game, have home playoff games throughout the playoffs and just embarrass ourselves? Like, the play calling has got to get right. Like, they can't. I don't even care about the conference right now. I don't even care about it.
I do, but it's bad. Father, thank you for super chat. Goes, let's bring Deuce back. He knows Eagles offense. Yeah, listen, I think they're going to need a new coordinator at the end of the year. But more important than that, you're going to need to basically you're going to need. I forgot the fuck I was going to say. I'm sorry. So long. Just here you go. Justin Douglas. Read that.
Gifted 10 Joeyshakes 72 membership. Justin Douglas, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for the support.
Man. I'm so annoyed with it.
We're flustered. I mean, because we're seeing the same shit every fucking game. It's like that. Like, there's there's nothing else to talk about. It's like we're talking about the same these coaches. I don't know what they're doing every week and what they're saying to this team every week. Tough detail together. My ass. Your ass.
How about this thing? They come out and he goes, we got to get better at the things that don't take any talent. What? What? And then Jalen Hurts comes out and says, we got to get better at the things that don't take any talent.
It's
and then they're all just repeating the same thing.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad news. That's like Carson Wentz 2.0 all over again, coming to the podium every week after a loss. It's PTSD.
How about you stick the foot in the ass of the guy that has no talent? And
you know what? I wouldn't even complain. Like, if we saw an altercation between Jalen Hurts and the OC, I would think that's a fucking positive thing, to be honest with you. I wouldn't even think that'd be negative. Yeah, sure, the media would eat it up, but you strayed away from AJ, from the cross or some of the slants. I mean, I was so happy that AJ got involved, not recklessly. They actually got him involved into the game plan, and it was nice. It was just great to see him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah. I guess what gets me is, okay, you had 3 good drives, right? So we can't complain and say that you had 3 good drives, and it's all the players but not the coaches. But when everything's bad, it's the coaches, not the players. We can't say that, right? I think execution is a big factor, and I also think play calling is a big factor. I do. So I give the coaches credit for the 3 drives. I thought they had some good things called. They did some good things, but this idea that you go up 21 points and you know it's the mindset, it's we play to not lose, but you're not playing to win the game. Where's the
Right.
killer instinct? I watched the Rams game versus the Buccaneers. They're up 21-0, dude. They're throwing the ball all over the place. Like, they're going for the jugular. They're not quitting. We've seen the Eagles too many times go up and then try to play this game where, all right, we're up. As long as nobody makes any mistakes, nothing happens, we'll win. And they play that too much. And I think that's like I think it's a cancer. Like, I think it spreads into the mindset of guys and the psyche.
Yes.
Yes.
And the roster
it's not good.
Yeah, the roster is only going to hold on for so long. Like, how many times are you going to try to boost their morale every week? Then things are going to get better. And then you have a game like that. It's just going to drain out these players, and then they're going to start to play even worse. And then it's all going to fall apart. And then what? Then I don't know what the ownership is thinking. I don't know. What is Howie Roseman thinking? Like,
oh, I think they're not happy. Yeah, I don't think they're happy. But A. Jones says, y'all notice this is how it is every year after Super Bowl. In 23, we could not get the run game going. Same thing we can't get the run going. Yeah, it's weird. But, the other thing is you lost 2 coordinators. You lost Steichen after the Super Bowl we lost, and then you lost Kellen Moore last
after
year.
1 year.
And this offense, and Nick gets more control every time.
Yeah, it's a pattern. It's literally after Nick has a successful year, whether it's a Super Bowl win or a Super Bowl loss, the next year, every time he loses a coordinator, he hires a dunce that works next to him.
Right.
And I don't know why they continue this pattern, because you get the same results every single time.
Yeah.
So
I'm Solo. Thank you for the super chat. Goes, Petula will become better later in the season. This is still his first year. Takes time to learn the flow of play calling, but I might be wrong. Well, look, I think that's what we all have to hope for. I believe that there are fundamental issues offensively that they can't fix until next year, but there are things that they can do to be better offensively now, right? If we could cut the penalties down on offense, I think that you would sustain a lot more drives, right? That would help. I think giving Tank Bigsby more carries, because he runs well.
What do you have, 1? What do you have,
1 or
2?
2? Yeah, I think he needs minimum 10. You could be better at running the ball. They can do that. They can, they went up tempo 2 plays. They went up tempo 2 plays, and then they threw an incompletion and it stopped. Also, how about we not snap the ball with 3 seconds left on the play clock every time? And nobody asked that question. Somebody asked the coach, why are you getting a play called off at 3 seconds? You know that the defense, they know how much time is on the clock. They know when you're snapping the ball. It's crazy, It's
crazy.
Rocky, thank you for super chat. He goes, you all think Saquon is right mentally? He said he's healthy, but he doesn't look the same at all this season.
I think.
Listen. I think, yeah. I mean, I don't know. When we've seen like players after, we've watched running backs before have big seasons, 2,000 yards, and then they're not the same. But you can tell like they look not the same. I think Barkley looks explosive. He looks fast, but he does fall down a lot. Like, I've never seen a guy fall.
He slipped. I mean, he slipped to a couple. I don't know if it was the cleats.
Well,
I don't know.
That last drive, he slipped and made it 3rd and 2. If he doesn't slip, it's a first down.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Maybe he had too much off-season stuff. Maybe he's just worn out a little bit. Maybe it's just he's pressing. It could be that too. You know, remember back in the days when like we would have these sits, there would be like these with Shady, there would be stretches, I remember, where he would always be looking for the home run, home run, home run.
Yeah, right.
And they'd have to
Dance
kind of
too
tell him
much.
get back to basic, just and then he would be fine. Maybe it's some of that going on.
Maybe he's looking for the big play instead of just trying to get 3 to 5 yards. Maybe he's just tired. I don't know. Yeah, I think there's something flustered with his brain. I think mentally, I think some of these guys are shot right now because nothing is working. I mean, you still had a 3 touchdown lead with in the first half with no run game. I mean, that should just tell you everything, not even against a great defense. And then going to this Bears game on Friday, you're facing the 27th ranked defense. I mean, it's just
and the thing is they get a lot of turnovers. I think they're 1 or 2 in forcing turnovers. They give up a lot on the ground, but Beast Guard, thank you for super chat. I think the one of the Eagles' biggest regrets after Super Bowl 59 will be not promoting Kellen Moore to head coach and giving Nick the boot. Thoughts? I mean, it just that would have been like unprecedented. Beast Guard. You ever see a winning coach win a Super Bowl and and the other thing is Nick not just won Super Bowl, but look at how many wins he has in his career as a head coach. You can't fire a guy like that. It just I don't know how you can justify that. Even though you may be right, he may not be the best head coach. I actually think Nick's a decent head coach. I just think that Nick needs to let the offense go. Stop trying to run what your offense is. And remember how he talked about it's going to be my offense, but Kellen Moore's going to blend his stuff into it. Like, we got to get away from that.
It's got to, the philosophy's got to change. Like, Nick's a culture setter. He's a tone setter. Like, that's what he is. You know, I mean, look at some of the changes even around the league. Like, look at Dan Campbell. I mean, you go into overtime with the Giants. Look at the last 3 weeks from the Lions. I mean, they scored over 40 on the Washington, but look what they did against us. I mean, with a different play caller, it's just, some teams just don't look good.
David says, we are 12 weeks in. When do you consider late in the season? It's late in the season now. I mean, I would say, usually the time you got to start playing good football really is after Thanksgiving. A lot of times they say that's when it really begins, but it's late now. I mean, we talked about this, week 2, week 3, and we're like, all right, well, 4 weeks, give them 4 or 5 weeks, but nothing's changed. So, you wonder how much can change, but I actually think you can do I think there are enough, enough like self-inflicted wounds that if you can just cut those down, the offense will look much better. I truly believe that.
I agree.
I totally believe that. Let me try to catch up here. The chat. Leon Banks, thank you for the super chat. I'm worried about CJ wreaking havoc this Friday. He already said if they try to start something, my new team has my back. He is mad. Oh, and thank you for super chat. Yeah, he's going to be
fired
CJ
up.
is going to be fired up, but I think there's plays to be made on that. He'll be over aggressive, over pumped up, and maybe you could take advantage of that early on, But look, well, we'll talk about the safety in a little bit here. Rocky, thank you for super chat. Goes, I think Sirianni has too big of an ego. Yeah, I mean, you might be right.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Jose says, 500, Joey, can you please tell me what I'm watching as an offense is a fluke? Because, fellas, if we lose this next game, the locker room is going to blow up. And I bet AJ's being real, fellas. Yeah, look, I think the way I look at this, I feel like this is a put up or shut up game for the Eagles. I feel like if they lose this game, I feel like it's going to start to go. It's going to get bad. I think it's going to get ugly. If they win this game, I think everything kind of sets itself back in to place. Yes, you're chasing the Rams now, but I think with the schedule remaining, 2 games versus Washington, a game versus the Raiders, a Charger, you can win every game. So I think this is a huge game. I think this game is going to tell us a lot about this team. You know?
And there's always a worry if they say they play a great game for 4 quarters, it looks fantastic. Do you worry that they're going to revert back to their old ways? And that's why
I always
sometimes
worry about them.
some of this is not promising. Even like
I
at post bye week, what changes have they fucking made post bye?
Yeah. Well,
You know?
I worry about it because they do it. They do it not just per game. They'll do it at half. They'll do it. I mean, how many games have we seen where they score one half, look great, the next half they look horrible? This isn't the first game that's happened.
No.
You know, remember, and I keep bringing up the Tampa game because to me the Tampa game is unfathomable to me. You're up 24-6 at halftime. Hurts is like 15-17. 9 of 9 versus the blitz that people say he can't beat. He doesn't complete a pass the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's
because the Eagles are trying to run the clock out, playing too conservative. And I really think that's when it really bothered the players. Because if you look after that Rams game, they were so up after the second half that they were able to go out there and start playing. And they all talked about, attacking more. And then to see them go back into that second half of the Tampa game, those players, and I remember saying it to you, dude, Joey, those players at the start of the second half, when they looked in their faces, you would thought the Eagles were losing. The way they came out looked like they were dejected, like they were told, like, this is what we're going to do. We're going back to our conservative offense. And they don't want to. I don't think those players want to play like this, dude. All of them.
No, you saw how they played last year and how aggressive they were, and the push up, pushing, the offensive line being as aggressive that they have been. They're not even pushing guys off the line. Like they're not even like last year we were pushing guys 3-4 yards off the line. I mean, this year they're not doing it.
They don't finish blocks, dude.
And
they let up on the blocks.
You're still like, why are you even running play action? No one's biting. No one's biting on anything. These rushes are coming and. That's what you get, dude. That's what you get, unfortunately.
Rocky says we can't lose Friday. No, we can't. Corporate Brian Pumper. Tanner isn't answer to all our problems. He can keep pussyfooting around, but his potential is too much to hold back. He's infinite, Philly, and you know it. I said, what's his ceiling yesterday in my live stream to him? He goes, infinite. Infinite.
Endless.
Dirty, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Kellen Moore passing offense was still awful except 2 games last year. It's Nick conservative offense. The O-line is the only difference this year. No run game, and that's the difference in now injuries. I agree. I think last year, a lot of the running game masked a lot of the deficiencies in the passing game. What they did struggle passing, and there were frustrations. The one thing they did better, though, was that they made adjustments way quicker, But I'll say this. I mean, we talked about the negative. I want to talk about a little bit of how do we fix it going forward? How do we fix it going into this Bears game, right? What do you think? Is there one thing that you think if they would just do this, it would be a start?
No, I think like the number one thing they got to do is I think like they got to just get whatever the defense is giving them. I think they just have to, whether it's a check down the Saquon in open space or they run some slants, they see what the mismatches are and make some don't got to throw it to these hitch routes to the sideline where Hurts has to throw some log ball while the corner is just sitting there waiting to jump on it. I think just getting these guys in short yardage position, let the receivers work for it, be aggressive with the receivers and try to get this run game going. And I think Hurts needs more control at the line of scrimmage and change some things because if you have a loaded box or you're bunched up, you're still going to run up the middle, and that like these defenses are seeing everything that you're doing, and they're not even guessing it. I mean, I'm guessing what the plays are. I did it a lot of times during the game just for fun, and I'm already knowing what they're doing. So I think that's what they need to start with. Honestly.
Yeah, they do that all the time. I think obviously getting the run game going, I think is the most crucial thing possible. But I'd like to see a little more up tempo. Stop snapping the ball 3 seconds left. I would like to see I would like to see Tank Bigsby get more carries.
Mhm.
Seriously, give him carries. And I'm going to say this, and this may be a little bit controversial, but maybe you need to shake up the offensive line. Like, if Cam Jurgens is 70%,
Put Toth in the fucking
put
game.
somebody else in. Maybe like Steen too. Like to me, Steen isn't all that great.
He's
He's
not.
okay.
He's not.
He's like okay, but he ain't helping you. Like, do something, but you got to get this run game going. That's number one thing. Up tempo, cut the penalties down, give Tank some more carries. And I just think you're going to have to be okay throwing a little more. I'm not saying Hurts should throw 37 times like last week, but he's going to have to throw a little more to help that run game, to back off these defenders, man.
Yeah.
You got to back them off. There's too many times where they know exactly where you're going with the ball.
That's true.
Yeah, and I think if they do those things, I think that they'll be okay. I do. I think the Rams. I think the Bears are giving up like almost 5 yards, if not 5 yards carry. So there is room to get the run game going. They do give up a lot of points. They are very good against they force turnovers. We're usually pretty good against that. So I think that there are chances for us to kind of right the ship this week, dude. But the coaches are going to have to show us something. If they can't show something this week, then they never will.
Yeah, on a short week, and we've seen what happened the last time the Eagles played on a short week, and it wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
So,
yep. Leon Banks, thank you for the super chat. Today's presser, they asked Jalen, what has he learned about KP and how he feels? And Jalen said, quote, I really don't want to get into that. Jalen hates him. Oh, I know Jalen does not like this offense. I know he doesn't. I know he doesn't.
mm-hmm.
It's just the way it is. And thank you for the super chat. That's very interesting. He said that. Gerald, thank you for the super chat. Run more RPOs, run the outside, and stay aggressive. Yeah, see, I hear you on the RPOs. I think that the RPOs is got to be like, I think they're holding it for the playoffs. Like, I think they're so afraid to get him hurt, But yeah, the RPOs is another reason. I mean, you used RPOs a lot more last year in the running game, and I think that helped a lot, And you're not doing it this year, and teams are aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. It's going to be an interesting holiday. That's for sure. And speaking of holidays, I want to show you guys this. We got the Philly Shakedown holiday merch sale. Look at my man Vic Fangio, dude. He
looks like Heisenberg.
Mixing up. He does. Heisenvic. It's Heisenvic. You know, and then we got the Devontae Smith skeleton, what you call it, the
Slim
Grim
Reaper.
Go Birds, Dickhead, Coop. We got all sorts of stuff, man, and we got a good. You want to tell the good people what the sale is for this week?
Yeah, so if you spend $85, you get 10% off. You spend $115, you get 15% off. A lot of new designs are in the merch store right now. Link in the description and in the live chat. So you want to get a nice present for a family member or a friend. A lot of stuff here. So.
Yeah. Don't look, Dad, because you might get it. You might have don't look at that, Dad, because I might be sending some to my family. But no, it's definitely good. Digital Print House worked very hard at that, guys. So definitely check out the store. Link is definitely in the description.
Yes.
So I hate being. I don't want to be over negative. Like I don't, because I feel like every week we hear, no matter what, it's just always negative. So I apologize if we're coming off like that. I don't mean to. Like I think these are the problems we have, and I do think we can fix a lot of these problems. I do.
And I think part of it too is that we're weighed down a little bit, and I think we're just numb to the fact that we're not surprised when we do see this below average play offensively, because even even like with the defense, like I don't even care. Like we'll get into it, but even with injuries or things like that, like I know the defense will step up, but AJ was right where the offense has to pull their weight. Can't rely on the defense the entire game in a deep rotation. Some
Right.
days it's going to work. Some days, just like what you just saw yesterday, it's not going to work every single game. So
Well, and that's that's what I hate about the conservative philosophy is like it's so conservative. It just puts all this extra pressure on the defense, right? You look at the way that the offense played. I mean, that defense was tired out, dude. I mean, look, Dallas is good offense, and they pretty much shut them down the first half, but they were tired in that fourth quarter. You could see they were tired, and injuries started to affect them. It's too much. Professor Fiddleworth says, Philly, it doesn't matter if KP draws up the greatest imaginable play. Players need to execute better and eliminate stupid penalties. We agree. We agree. We I don't know if you were here earlier, but we said we think number one thing is execution. They don't execute right. Prime example, that pass to Goddard we talked about right down the sideline. Great play, great call, but you get a penalty. Yeah, that has to happen. But I got to ask, after like every week, the same guys go out and make the same penalties, the same mistakes. At what point is that coaching not getting through to these guys in terms of penalties? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's every week. It doesn't change. Chris, thank you for super chat. Coaches don't trust Hurts. Very conservative plays. Yeah, I think there's some of that. I honestly do. And I don't understand it, to be honest with you. If they want to say, oh, well, last year we tried to let Hurts play and throw, but there were a lot of turnovers. That was 4 games of a sample size. That's not enough. Okay, you need more than that. So, we'll see. Now, in terms of like the defense, like so basically, I guess to summarize the offense, we're saying it doesn't seem like it matters who's defensively you're playing. It's like take care of these things, penalties, get the run game going, get these things going, and you'll be okay because this is the same problem. It could be the best defense, it could be the worst defense. It doesn't seem to matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
But when they're rolling for a half or they're on, they look like nobody can beat them. So it's like they're so Jekyll and Hyde. Now in terms of the defense going up against offense, we've got a bad injury this week, and that was Andrew Makuba is out for the year. I doubt he'll be back.
Because it's still TBD though. Like they haven't.
I think they don't know. They're not going to know how long until his surgery. So I guess maybe there's a possibility he could be back. I mean, we still got 6 games left to play. So you still got 6 games and then the playoffs. So, there's time still. So maybe they, depending upon that, they think he could possibly come back. I highly doubt he's coming back.
Okay.
I don't think so. Which means, and it looks like the good news though is that Vic Fangio said today that he thinks that Reed's going to be able to go.
Yeah.
And Reed Blankenship.
That's good.
Say we want. He's been playing good.
Yes, he has. So when you look at that position now, I mean, apparently Sidney Brown's getting the start. And it seems like when he got into that game against Dallas, they aimed right for that deep shot because they know that Sidney Brown's not good in coverage. Like he's just late getting there. His instincts are not good. He plays like a special teamer on defense. He's missing tackles. I mean, he's just not good. I think we can all agree on that. So wondering if, because there's 2, like we'll get into it because corner, there might be an issue now. I don't know because Michael Carter's going to be the difference if he's moving to safety or is he staying inside because we don't know if Adoree is coming back from this concussion. So I don't know.
Yeah. What did you think of DeJean on the outside?
I personally, for me, like, yes, it's an upgrade for that position. I hate that he's on the outside because I feel like you limit him when he's outside. I feel like you limit his
I do
skill
too.
set. When you have him inside, he can cover the flat. He could do so much more open field tackling. I mean, he could do everything at that middle spot. Now
Yeah.
on the outside, like you totally handicap him.
Yeah.
And
And I
yeah,
mean, he had a tough job going up
yeah,
against those receivers.
yeah.
There's no question. Bunthology says, I watched the all 22 of the Cal Turds debacle. Our O-line sucks. Our O-line is horrible. And we said this earlier. It's not just one guy. It's not two. It's the whole line. I mean, they've all been bad. Let's face it. Maybe Lane's the only guy who has, but he wasn't playing.
Right.
Eddie, thank you for the super chat. He goes, why not run Tank on first down? He's averaging like 8 yards a carry. If you always run it on first down, run Tank, then use Barkley. No, I agree. I think you have to use Tank more. I think Tank should have a minimum 10 carries a game. A minimum 10 carries.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know why Shipley
see.
was even playing. I don't know why Shipley was even in there more. I mean, what for? I don't even know. Like they totally switched things up.
I'm sure Kevin Patullo was thinking very highly about it. I don't know. Our ASMR offensive coordinator, by the way. But no, I do agree. Now defensively with Makuba out, that safety spot to me is a big. I mean, we talked about the thinness, right? Epps is already on IR, right? So, I don't think Sidney Brown is the answer, dude. He's not. Now, here's one thing you could do. There's a couple things. Carter could possibly play safety.
Right.
What if you put DeJean at safety and Carter in the slot?
He's not against that either, no.
Because he would, to me, I think DeJean would come in and be boom. That would be lockdown safety. He would fit that perfect. So
Yeah.
I think that's an option. The other option is go out and get Justin Simmons now. Now, it's the point where you've done everything. You had the trade deadline, but now you need him. You got 6 games left in the regular season. That's enough time for him to come in, get in a football shape, get going, and then going into the playoffs, he knows the system.
Why not a bad move. It's not a bad move.
Yeah.
No. So
I think I think they need to do that, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
I'm surprised he hasn't signed any. I'm surprised he hasn't.
No.
I thought he did sign early. I thought he did sign somewhere. And I was like, I had to make sure he was still a free agent, but he's still not signed yet. So
no, he's not.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
No, I think it would be smart. Corporate Brian Pumper, thank you for the super chat. Jalen Hurts' story is played out. How about Tanner McKee story? 6'6", 230-pound man, rocket arm, beat cancer, knows 5 languages. I stand by Tanner. Can you imagine? He could make calls in different languages. They wouldn't know what he's saying. I love it. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Pumper,
Yeah.
we know you love Tanner.
Yeah.
I think he might be related.
Yeah,
to
that's gonna last. Putting Tanner in a game is gonna last one fucking game. He'll have success because he's a new quarterback coming into a game, but that'll only last you one fucking game till it falls apart again.
Could corporate Brian Pumper's last name be McKee? That's what I want to know. Is your last name McKee? Rocky, thank you for the super chat. He goes, they just dropped the injury report. BG, Smitty, and Saquon are on it. Let me see here. Let me pull it up because I didn't see it yet.
Let me see.
Let me go. I'm not worried about. I mean, I don't think any of those guys are going to be out. We are wearing all black, by the way. I'm very happy about that.
There you go.
That's the perfect game for that, right? Let me pull up the injury report here. I want to pull it up.
Yeah, it's there.
Let's see what's going on here. This is first look, and thank you, Rocky, for letting us know that. Let's see. Let's take a look.
Oh, but by the way, the first name on this list, well, that Xavier Gibson, that fucking guy.
Why is he on the team?
That guy, like he fumbled a couple weeks ago too and recovered it. This guy gets it on the fucking 1 yard line, doesn't even back up an inch. At least he'll get it at the 30. I mean,
Jets doing Jet things. You can't trust Jet players, dude. I swear, it's the truth. I cannot. When he was running out, we were all like, "What is he doing?" Then he fumbles on top of that. It's crazy. All right, so here's the injury report. Xavier Gibson, shoulder and stupidity, did not practice. Brandon Graham groin, did not practice. That sounds like
Rest day.
That makes
maybe?
perfect sense for me that he would have that. Lane foot did not practice. Andrew Makuba ankle did not practice. Devontae Smith shoulder chest did not practice. Probably from that friggin' amazing catch he did. My God.
He landed right out. Yeah, it was not a bad landing. So.
Devontae Smith is so good. It's ridiculous, dude.
I know.
He's so good. Saquon Barkley groin, limited practice. Reed Blankenship thigh, limited practice. Can't his wife just help him rub one out or something? Reed, come on, buddy, let's go. Rub it out and let's go. Landon Dickerson knee, limited practice. Surprise, surprise, right? Miles Hinton back. Adoree Jackson full practice. Full practice.
Oh, so
Willie Lampkin knee ankle.
So Adoree is fully back.
Looks like he's back. Oh God. I don't know, man. So yeah, I mean, the injury's pretty long. I would say that besides Makuba Johnson, I think everybody will be ready to go. I do. So I mean, but it's interesting. Thank you for letting us know that was out. I didn't know. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be crazy. And defensively, like I said, we talk about the safety spot. That's going to be a problem. The pass rush needs to get I thought they disappeared too. Those edge rushers, Jalen Phillips. I didn't hear his name called. Did you hear it?
The start of the second half, they really didn't get much. Yeah, they weren't really getting much pressure at all. I don't know.
Jordan Davis was the best defensive lineman again.
Yeah, he played really well.
He did.
Yeah, he's showing up every week.
I love that guy. I thought Carter, even though he didn't have sacks, I thought he started to play pretty good in the second half. I thought he was a little quiet in the first. I thought he started coming on in the second half, but they couldn't get home, and they only blitzed I think twice, and one of them was a sack. I really I like Vic Fangio, right? I think he's a great defensive coordinator. I just wish he's a little more aggressive too sometimes, man. You gotta blitz Dak, blitz him, And let me tell you, I think the game turned on Zach Bond dropping that interception. Zach Bond's got to make that pick.
Yeah, the Dean pick was brought back too, right?
Yeah, Dean pick was brought back, but that Bond, he gets the interception there. It's a different game. I mean, Dallas. That next play, they hit a big bomb downfield to see Lamb, and then
it was the Lamb.
To see Lamb, then they score a touchdown. It's like that interception. You can't drop it. Those are the things. And I've never seen people drop so many balls on one quarterback.
They never. Yeah, I don't
all
know.
the time. Every week it happens. I just can't believe it. And Bond did it again. So they need to be better. Now they got, look, they've got more. They got that was a kid, a Dunzier kid at receiver. They got the rookie tight end's pretty good, right? They got that kid Komet to the tight end, and then DeAndre Swift running the ball. Man, we know how
open space.
It's a good offense. And here's the thing: is the Bears win these games in weird ways.
They're just sliding by. I mean, we've seen teams that do that. They haven't really had a dominating game. Have they even had a dominating performance the last few weeks? I mean, they've been skidding by, just skidding by teams.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they pull those games out, man.
And we're helping them out. We've helped them out a shit ton in their division.
Yeah.
We
can't help them out this week. That's for sure.
No.
It's time. And look, and Caleb Williams, you got a quarterback is can run, he could throw. So,
but
Bears are a good team, and I like their coach. I do like their coach.
Yeah, he's a fiery guy, you know.
I like his offense. Like his offense is creative, you know, unlike our offense.
I think anybody's offense is creative because anybody you watch on Sunday before a game or whatever, you're like, man, all these teams could just, doesn't matter if it's a short week, doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't even matter. They can still run what they want to run, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Torteville says Bond made an incredible interception in the Super Bowl, then dropped the easiest one possible Sunday Night Football. He did. I mean, that was I really think, you know, I mean, there was a lot of things going on, but I really think that interception would have really took a lot out of it. Like, because you would have the ball back, you'd have decent field position. Obviously, they wouldn't have scored 7 points. I think it could have been a completely different game, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nathan says, I guess he got asked about that. He thought that he was aggressive enough, but I'm with you, Philly. I was waiting for him to dial up one more third quarter. I was like, get him. Yeah, I mean, I thought you needed to blitz Dak there. You know, the way. I mean, he was throwing the ball, you know, fairly well, but he gave us some interceptions. The Nakobe Dean one got called back because the dude too many men on the field. I mean, that's a horrible too. But yeah, I thought he should have dialed up a few more. But I mean, in fairness, I always think that they should be dialing up more. So, you know,
yeah,
it's crazy. Jane says 500. Are you be streaming on Thanksgiving? It's going to be a game day call. I don't know yet. I'm going to decide on game day. I don't know. You know that. The game I really I like to stream that Lions Packer game. Yeah. I think that's a great game, you know. But I haven't decided. I will say this though. I think if I do stream, it will be both games. Not the third game of the day, but it'll be those two games. Otherwise, I won't stream at all.
Yeah.
500. I was having intimate time with a Cowboys fan right after I was. Oh my God. Fly Eagles fly. And would she say penalty? Illegal formation?
Penalty. Illegal formation.
Did you hear that Cilio got a text message from Frank saying that they don't say anything else but he's coming or anything else? But Frank got a text from the Eagles, so that means Frank is... Oh, wait, I'm so confused here. Did you hear that Cilio got a text message from Frank?
That he's coming to the Eagles.
Don't say anything else but he's coming or... So Frank is coming to the Eagles? I guess that's what he's trying to say. Well, so Frank said, I'm going to the Eagles. Don't tell anybody in the world.
Yeah, you tell the wrong fucking...
Cilio.
Yeah, you tell the wrong,
says,
the wrong
hey,
guy.
Everybody, don't tell nobody.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. I think that once Frank is available, though, I do think they should bring him in, at least as a consultant to help with that offense and those guys.
Yeah, and the good thing is, if it works out, he'll be here for a little while, and he could actually, settle his roots here for a few years, and he doesn't have to get ahead. He won't be getting a head coaching job, and he won't be a coordinator anywhere else. So you might have to stick to that.
Yeah. Tua says, man, spend time with your family on Thanksgiving. As a single dad whose kids are spending the holidays with their mom, take the time and enjoy. All right, man. That's good advice, good medicine. I might just...
How dare you, Philly? How dare you?
No, I mean, listen, he's speaking facts. So, yeah, I will take that into consideration, man. Thank you. Roll Philly Dog says, I'm glad to hear some pro player guy. Other guys just want to blame the quarterback and say don't extend him. How has getting silly. Still don't know shit. Wait, I'm glad to hear some pro player guy. Who are we talking about? Roll Philly Dogs. Who are we talking about? Peterson. Yeah, I mean, Doug Peterson said he would come back if they ask him to. I'm not sure. I think Frank Reich. I would rather Frank. But do people look at Frank and say, yeah, he'd be a perfect coordinator for these guys? Do we think that he would be a good offense? Like, I think he's a good offense coordinator. But is he the guy we need? Is he like the fit that we need?
Before Nick was hired as the Eagles head coach, Nick was obviously the coordinator under him with the Colts. And from what the news that came out when Nick was hired for the Eagles head coaching job, Frank called all the plays. Frank did the opposite of what the Eagles do. Like the head coach and Frank had, kept the play calling in-house. Yeah. So the only thing we do not want to happen is Nick's going to be like, all right, look, I'm going to put the basic down, what we're doing. And then you just know, it's gotta change. Yeah. Like Frank's got to take it all over. It's just,
he's going to be like, if it's like, hey, come on in and run my offense and put then we don't want that. No. But the one thing that impressed me with Reich was that when they went to Nick Foles, they changed things up to fit Nick Foles.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
He changed the offense. He was able to adjust. That's one thing I think the Eagles desperately need. But I'll tell you this, man. If and I don't know if it's going to happen, if McDaniel gets fired in Miami, I just think he would be a great fit for Hurts. And I would love to see him be the offensive coordinator. But like you said, you can't have them be offensive coordinator and then
not a puppet.
Have it Nick's offense,
No puppet.
People got to realize it's Nick's offense. It's his offensive philosophy and what he wants to do. And those guys are trying to run things based on that. That's what we need to get away from. Estembano, thank you for super chat. We don't need all these voices in Jalen's ears. Yeah, I agree. I'm not saying they should have Jalen Hurts and everybody give him advice. I'm just saying mainly for the coaches, like when the coaches are looking at tape and breaking down what defenses do and what they want to do, I think fresh set of eyes, an installation week, when you're putting in the plays, I think that would be good. He doesn't have to coach Hurts or talk to Hurts, but he could help with the coaching staff.
Yeah,
because I think Patullo and Nick, I mean, I think they see the same thing. I think they're too much alike.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. Like you want to at least have somebody that, like, not total opposites, but guys that could at least clash over ideas, and and that's not the case. These are two frat boys.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, 2021, they were like, Frank, are you interested? And Frank was like, hey, look over there. Yeah. Frank's what? He's the intern coach at Stanford, I think, and that ends in December for him. So,
you never know. And I know for a fact that Patullo will never. Patullo, they're gonna demote him. They'll fire him, but they ain't gonna. They'll just demote him as the passing game. Put him as some nobody positional coaching wise. That's it.
Yep. David says Peterson made the changes for Nick Foles, not Frank Reich. Come on, Philly. No, I'm sorry. I hate to tell you, that was it? Frank Reich.
Was that reported? That was Frank?
Frank Reich was the play caller. He was the guy. No, I'm not saying Doug didn't. I think Doug and him both sit down collectively and with Nick and stuff. But I mean, listen, when you remember Doug, I mean, we had a lot of issues with Doug and his offense. Like his offense wasn't all that explosive either. Like there were issues with his offense too. Frank Reich was great offensive coordinator. But then that was more Reich. Well, remember how bad Carson wanted to go be with Frank Reich? Remember that?
Yeah.
AKSG Thorn, thank you for super chat. I just looked at the box score and I realized Pickens had more receiving yards on his own more than the entire Eagles passing yards combined.
Probably.
Yeah, he caught friggin' dude, he caught everything, dude. That guy had you gotta tip your cap to him, man. He had a great game. Estebano, thank you for super chat. Can we do a real life LB Joey 500 Sills stream? I don't know about Sills stream, but you could get LB in here. I don't think Sills would come on. Sills is I don't think he goes on shows. So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna
Yeah.
be interesting. But this is a big game. You've lost the number 1 seed, right? So we're paying the price for this loss. But the question is what happens now? I don't know. We're gonna find out.
I can't tell you about a score prediction. I can't tell you about anything. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say if they, I just want to see, like, I'll watch the defense play their ass off and try to make some stops. But offensively, at home, I don't know.
Yeah. Yep, it says KP pressers. Yes, it was horrible. Do you think the Cowboys move on from CD before we move on from AJ? No, I don't think they're going to move on from CD Lamb. They can't afford to. They're in a situation where they have to seriously like go all in. Like that team needs to go all in because their quarterback's on the clock. He's what, 33 years old. He's not getting younger. They've got to do it now. So their window is a lot. Their window with Dak is a lot. Is a lot smaller than our window with our team.
Right.
That's why I don't understand when people are like, oh, the Cowboys are no, but you got no quarterback. Your quarterback is old, and once he goes, that could change everything. So they've got to do it now. In terms of AJ, I want to salvage AJ Brown staying with the Eagles. Let me make that clear. I don't want him to go.
Right.
I don't want to get rid of him or move on from him. What I want is I want them to change the philosophy on offense and, put in somebody that, will reinvigorate him for the offense and Hurts and everybody else. That's what I want.
I think, and I think at the end of the year, you should have a players council that talks to the owner and, and just like, look, if we go into this next year, we need to it all has to be laid out on the table. I don't know if it even has at this point. If players have been laying this on the table all year, have they been bitching to the ownership or Howie Roseman, or I don't know. I mean, to put a roster like this, Howie Roseman makes all these moves to put together a roster like this the last few years, and you have like the same pattern every other year, and they're allowing Nick to do this, and you're getting the same results. Our window is gonna close. It's gonna close faster having seasons like this. Wasteful seasons like this.
Well, I look at the Eagles and just from my age and watching them, I think that they're in the golden era. Okay. But the question now is, are you going to waste Super Bowls? Are you wasting Super Bowls now? When you lost one already, right? You won one, but you lost one. You've been there 2 times in the last 3 years. You were 10-1 one year. You were the number 1 seed, 10-1. Okay, you headed back to the Super Bowl, and you completely collapsed. Now you're off. You're a number 1 seed for half the year, and then and now you have all these problems and issues coming up again. Are we wasting? Real opportunities,
You're having your problems at the wrong time. Like, this is where we should be at our high point. Like, post bye week, like, we figured shit would have been figured out. I mean, defensively, players never Fangio did his own thing on the bye week. The players, he didn't talk to the players or nothing. Like, offensively, it was a coach's meeting at Nick's house, and that was it. And it brought us nowhere. So yeah.
That's why I think this Chicago games is a real turning. It's a real, to me, a real crossroad for the Eagles this season. If they win this game, I think you're back on track. You go into the playoffs and you're a 1 or 2 seed. I think you're in great shape. But if you lose this game, the pressure is going to. I mean, listen, they crap on this team when they win. You know what I mean? How many teams would have beat Green Bay and they still crap on them? So when they win, it's winning. Losing this week, to me, it sucks to lose to Dallas and all that. And Cowboy fans are gloating, but to me, this doesn't feel much different than winning because they're always bitching. So what's the difference?
Yeah.
Just go take care of your business. Fix this shit, beat the Bears, and then let's let's get ready for the next week. That's what I think. I will have a prediction video out tomorrow, so I'm gonna refrain from a score prediction.
Yeah, it's a statement game. It's to know if the Eagles are still, if they have anything left to salvage at this point. I mean, look, I understand facing a team on a short week is facing a team on a short week. Like, you're bound to look a little off, but for how long,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Scooby-Doo, thank you. He says in Jalen's press conference today, he specifically talked about consistency in coordinators, and that's a problem. Nobody sees it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be when you're constantly changing coordinators every year. It has to be a problem, and and that's why they really need somebody. And that's the appeal of Frank Reich, that if you did bring him in next year, that you get a guy that would be there for multiple years, and I think that's important. But it's definitely a problem. There's no doubt about it.
And if you go into like some of the injury report for the Bears, yeah, they're banged up at linebacker pretty good this week.
Okay.
Tremaine Edmonds is out for this game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really it. Everybody else I think is
fairly healthy then.
Pretty healthy.
Yeah. Yep. KP never takes responsibility. It always what the defense is doing. No winner's mindset. Yeah, I agree. They and that attitude shows, like, it comes out a lot with him and Nick. It's like, we're going to play not to lose the game, not to go win the game.
And I expect sorry to cut you off, but I expect an OC, like, when you're losing games, or not even, you're not losing that much, but when you're having bad games, like, he doesn't show that he's bothered by any of it. Like, how like a head coach after losing a few games, like, they just look more miserable every week. He looks the exact same every time he shows up on Tuesday fucking afternoon for a presser, and he has all the answers. And I feel like, I got to talk about this, and I have to make sure, it's just, he looks like he's not even affected by any of this. Like, whatever the game presents you, it's just what happened, and the game would have changed this way. Like just these, like, how you made fun of him earlier. Like, that's how he talks.
Yeah, well, yeah. He's like a guidance counselor. Everything's okay. It's going to be okay. Let me whisper to you. And they never ask him questions, though. Like,
nah, nothing hard.
Like, can you just ask him? Like, I'm not saying you have to go after him, but can't you ask some legitimate questions? Like, why do you snap the ball 3 seconds every play? Don't you think the defense knows what you're going to do? Like, when you're snapping the ball, is that a benefit to you? Like, I just want to know why. Why does it take you so long to get the play in? Corporate Brian Pumper, thank you for the super chat. He goes, "You're damn right. It's a crossroads. Boy, if we lose to a cross-dresser, go ahead and pull out the mock drafts. Send the dudes to Cancun." Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, they got to win this game, man. I don't know who he's talking. Who the hell's the cross-dresser? I don't know who he's talking.
Well, I don't know why he's even saying that. He's talking about the quarterback for the Bears.
Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I didn't even know who he was talking about. Yeah. KC needs to worry about KC. Yeah, KC's got a big game. That Dallas game versus Kansas City is a big game because both those teams are, Cowboys are trying to get back into the playoff hunt, and the Kansas City Chiefs are too. So, yeah, it's a big game for them. It'll be interesting. But I don't know, man. Is there
What's up?
I'm just spam. Too much spam in here.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I ain't allow spam here.
No.
So we can time this mother humper out for 24 hours.
Ooh.
Goodbye, Momo. All right. We good.
Yeah.
So another moron timed out. I love it. Yeah. I guess that's it, man. I can't think of anything else to say.
No, I mean we covered everything from last game to our next matchup and what needs to be fixed, and it's just do or die on Friday, I guess. Black on black.
I can't wait for I do like the attire that we're going to be wearing.
Yeah,
And I will say that Cowboys attire, in that Cowboys game, did you see those guys? Like those guys, those whole stadium and Kelly Green were just in awe of the beauty. They were. It sucks that we lost, but man, it's so beautiful. It's just on another level.
Yeah, but how do you? Yeah, they lost. They lost what? That was their first game lost in Kelly. That was their first loss in Kelly Greens, right?
Yeah.
Have they played an away game? Have they played an away game in Kelly Green since they recently brought him back?
Not since they brought it back. This is the first away game since they brought it back.
Okay.
I mean, but beforehand they had, yeah, definitely. But holy shit, Coyote kills, man. Thank you for the super chat, man. We appreciate that so much,
dude.
Man. Holy crap, man. Thank you so much. Wow, that's very, very
very generous of you, dude.
Very generous of you, man. Thank
really
you.
Is.
Coyote Kill says, I will always be a diehard Eagles fan, but our offense is continually struggling. Nothing but love for our players, but something is just off this season. Hopefully we can continue to scrape by and eke ourselves into the playoffs. Keep the faith, my friends. Fly, Eagles, fly. And Dallas still stinks. Yes, they do, my man. Yes, they do. Yeah. And once again, man, thank you so much. Listen, I think we are learning how to be winners and to win games from that level, from being on top of the mountain. We're not used to that. It's weird because I always feel comfortable when we're the underdogs, but we got to learn to win when everybody's coming to give you your best, and they're going to give you their best, and we're learning that. But look, we got 6 weeks. It is late in the season, but if they can just figure this offense out, I really think we'll go back to the Super Bowl and win it. I really do. I'm not giving up yet. I am not.
No, I mean, look, if we didn't give a shit, we wouldn't be talking about this nonstop. If we didn't care, the more we bitch about it, the more that we care, and we know they are better than what they're showing us. When they every other year when they're showing us this incapable offense, we're just tired of. We just want change. We want some consistency every year, and I feel like this is the worst offense in the league when they play like this. I don't see any team at this level right now. Even the worst teams out there don't even look this bad. And with the roster that you have, and Howie Roseman does all this, makes all these moves, we get excited about it, and then you get into a season where this is where they're at. And week 12, 13, whatever it is, it's just not a good spot to be in, dude. So can they salvage this the rest of the year? I hope so, because otherwise a lot of changes have to be made. And permanently.
I agree. I totally
appreciate
agree.
So much, Coyote. Very
man.
Nice
Coyotes, thank you, Coyotes Kills. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
The Rob Van Dam. I like Rob Van Dam. Thank you for the super chat. It was a great wrestler. Wild Coyotes W with the super chat. Yeah, man. It was really, really appreciate it, man. We do. We appreciate it a lot. And thank you for your super chat as well. And thank you guys for joining us today. I think, that's about it. I mean, there's not much more to say. I hope you guys all have a great, great Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family and stuff. If you don't, well, I have stuff out tomorrow. I'm sure you probably will too. Of course, we'll be streaming on Black Friday. And once again, check out Philly Shakedown holiday merch. Links are in the description. A lot of stuff in there. A lot of sale. A lot of stuff to sell. Black Friday. Joey, tell them again one more time what.
Yeah, just if you spend $85 you get 10% off. You spend $115 for 15% off. New designs. Want to buy anything for a family member, a friend? We have a lot of new designs. Omar from Digital Print House worked his ass off. So if you want to support the Philly Shakedown directly, this is the best way to do it for, way above average, high class merch. So we appreciate it so much.
Yeah, man. Check it out, guys, and seriously, have a good, happy Thanksgiving, safe travels. God bless. And thank you, everybody, once again. And yeah, tomorrow I'll have my prediction video out. I may even jump on live for a little bit in the morning, depending upon how things go. But all right, guys, we hope you have a great, great day. We will see you later, and peace out.
Peace. Peace.
You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off, it's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott! Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb! Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb! You tried to defend the CeeDee Lamb! You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.